What's up, guys? Welcome to my second video. My name is Armando Villarreal. Thank you for tuning in. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about why intermittent fasting doesn't work for weight loss. So first, let's start off with why did fasting become popular? I believe the main reason is because it allows people to have bigger meals without feeling guilty since they have a smaller eating window. The benefits are overblown. The only benefit is that it makes it easier to eat less, but as I'll show you in this video, it's not even good for that. Also, the only benefits you do get only start after fasting for 24 hours straight. And here are 5 reasons why fasting doesn't work for weight loss. Reason number 1, it increases your hunger levels. When you fast and go long periods of time without eating, your hunger levels go up and your willpower goes down. So even if you do stick to your fast, it's very likely that you end up overeating once you break the fast. This is something that would happen often to me when I would fast all day at work. The hunger and the cravings would build up and the stress from work, and by the time I got home, it would be hard to resist the temptation to overeat, and I would end up overeating, and that would actually end up eating more than had I just eaten regularly throughout the day. So that's reason number 1. Reason number 2, it gets you used to eating big meals. Because of the shorter eating window, you'll have to eat more food in one sitting to get your nutrients for the day. Over time, you get used to this and grow to like the fullness from eating big meals. This is bad because this habit stays with you, even if you stop intermittent fasting. This also makes it difficult to lose weight because you get used to eating big meals, and the calorie restriction needed to lose weight will make you feel like you're starving.
You took my only food! Now I'm gonna starve!
Reason number 3, it lowers your willpower. It takes willpower to purposely not eat for hours. To me, this is a waste because your willpower should be saved for more important things. Because fasting lowers your willpower, by the time your eating window starts, you'll be more likely to binge eat and eat unhealthy foods. Again, this is something I would notice with myself when I would fast, especially during those stressful days. By the time when I would fast most of the day, by the time I would get home, if there happened to be some kind of junk food lying around, my willpower would be lowered by then, so it'd be harder to resist it. And also, if something were to come up, like friends or family invited me to go out, I would go out and drink and overeat, and I'd say might as well, and I'd end up overeating. So reason number 3, it lowers your willpower. Reason number 4, it can cause you to develop an eating disorder. Because fasting is restrictive, it creates an obsession with food. Combined with the increased hunger and lower willpower, this leads to binge eating regularly. It also makes it so that you're always thinking about food, which makes it harder to focus on other things. Fasting is also used often to make up for overeating, but it just creates a cycle of fasting one day and binge eating the next. It doesn't work. This is something I used to do when I used to fast. When I would overeat, I would fast the next day to kind of make up for all the extra food I ate, but it would just make me hungry the next day after the fast, so I would end up overeating all over again. And this was bad because it would just get me used to eating big meals, and also that would just create a cycle of binge eating one day and fasting the next. So it never worked, and I would actually end up eating more than had I just eaten regularly the next day after a binge. Reason number 5, it gives you a false sense of control. Fasting makes you believe you have control over your eating, but it's a lie. If you had control, you wouldn't be fasting in the first place. You would be able to eat regularly with normal times and amounts. This is bad because it masks your issues, so you never fix them. This is something that happened to me. I used to do intermittent fasting and had a weekly cheat day, which made me feel like I was in control, but I was only postponing the inevitable. You guys might have noticed, like with fitness influencers, top level bodybuilders, and even movie stars, they go into these crazy diets where they almost have to have, because it's so depraving, their diets, they have to have a cheat day once a week, or else they'll just burn out and give up on their diet. So I think this is bad just because it builds up the cravings for junk food, And it makes it so that not even a normal amount of junk food will satisfy your cravings. You have to have huge amounts of it. So that's why I think it's better to just incorporate it like normal to small amounts of junk food every day, so you get used to it. And that way, even a small to normal amount of junk food is enough to satisfy your cravings, instead of just trying to eat clean all the time and fasting, which just builds up the cravings for it and makes it harder to resist. And it just makes it so that you'll need bigger portions to satisfy the cravings. Now tell me if this has happened to you. You get home from fasting all day at work or school, and you're feeling good about yourself. You felt like you had the discipline of a monk, and even the people at work or school were worried because they noticed you haven't eaten anything all day. And they advise you to eat something, which kind of annoys you because they don't understand that you have a goal to lose weight. You even shrug them off, saying to yourself that they're weak and don't have any self control, and that they'll be fat forever while you'll be looking like Thor in no time flat. But then after a long day, you finally get home, tired, and ready to relax and watch some TV, and you end up doing this.
Tune for 6 hours of exciting football action.
Well, bye-bye, belt.
So, what can we do instead? Simply don't fast. Try not to go longer than 4 waking hours without eating. This will help regulate your hunger and keep cravings down. Start eating at regular times every day. This means planning your meals and eating at the same times every day. This will also help regulate your hunger, and it will save you time because you won't have to put much thought into when and what you're going to eat. Also, if you end up overeating, don't resort to fasting to make it up. This will just start a cycle. Instead, get back to your regular eating meals. This will help get you back on track instantly. So try to fight that urge that if you overeat one day, fight that urge to not want to eat the next day to make up for it, because that'll just start a cycle. So instead, just if you binge one day, overeat one day, just the next day, just eat like normal, your regular amounts. This will keep it from turning into a cycle, and you'll be able to get back to eating regularly again. So these were 2 videos that I put down in the description. They mostly talk about the negative effects of fasting. One of them is with Dr. Randa Patrick. She's the reason why I started fasting. I remember she did a video a couple years ago with Joe Rogan, and it made it seem interesting, and I decided to give it a shot. But it didn't really work for me. I didn't notice any benefits. I felt like I was doing something, but not really. And recently she made a video talking about the detriments of it. So that was pretty interesting. So if you're interested, I put the link down in the description if you could check it out. And then this other one with Dr. Peter Attia, he mainly focuses on longevity. But in this video, he talks about how he did fasting and it did help him lose weight, but he ended up losing muscle. And now he talks about it's not worth it because muscle is pretty important, especially for aging. So if you're interested, I'll also put this video down in the description. Also, if you have any questions down below, please comment down below, and I'd like to answer them. And if you're interested in getting online coaching, check out my website. I put the link down in the description. I mainly focus on weight loss, and I typically work with truck drivers, but I'll help anybody out that's interested in losing weight. So if you're interested, go down to the link in the description and book a call and see if we're a good fit and can work together. And that's pretty much it for today's video. My name is Armando Villarreal. Thank you for tuning in. Have a nice day.